Greetings and salutations, my name is Orcult and welcome to my sanctuary. To those of you new here, you're very welcome, and to those of you who frequent the channel and are subscribers, thank you so much for all the support, and Merry Christmas and welcome to the Christmas video. So today what we will be showing you is a bunch of footage from various places in Moscow with all the festive decorations. The main attraction, of course, is the beautiful multiple Christmas trees set up in the GUM, which is the biggest department store opposite the Kremlin. It is the most luxury one. It has all these fancy brands, costs God know how much money, and it's just incredible. It's incredible looking from the outside. It's all decorated with beautiful lights, and on the inside it's just incredible. Every store has a Christmas tree decorated in a different way, and it's gorgeous. Like, I will guide you through that as I go along. It's absolutely stunning. So enjoy that, and there'll be a Goth market as well. And I will also show you the freaking record amount of snow we've had recently, which unfortunately has decided to melt today just to freeze tomorrow. So we're all basically on an ice skating rink with no skates in every street. But that's tomorrow. But yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas, have a absolutely fantastic day today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya! So we start our Christmas tour in the magnificent Red Square in Moscow, which is already snowed on, despite the fact that this is actually the end of November. And here's St. Basil's Cathedral from the 16th century. It's one of the wonders of the world, the most beautiful building ever, really. Of course, then we move on to a few shots of me, because, you know, what can we do? And I also sport my Killstar hat, of which you can see a close-up of here. It's the warmest thing ever, actually. It's very fluffy. And this huge building on the right there is the GUM department store. And here are the yolkas, or the Christmas trees, of the GUM. This one is Louisa Spagnoli. Nothing overly special, but then, check this out, a Jean Provocateur, the lingerie brand, and look, it has little red feathery fluff. Oh, that is so cute. Very pretty. And then we have a bar Bosco, so everything here is like the Bosco brand, a lot of it anyway. And then we have, the next one is Sublime, whatever that is. Between set XO, we have a blue one from somewhere. How incredible are these old school toys? They're all glass. How stunning. Lots of Russian fairy tales and stuff like that. So anyway, while we walk around here, let me tell you a few things about Russian Christmas. So, the actual gift giving and the Christmas trees and everything is, frankly, a lot of the time these days aimed more towards the new year. The reason for that is that the Bolsheviks, or, the Soviet socialists, or whatever you want to call them, communists, came to power in 1917 and basically banned Christmas and religion and everything. So the celebrations they couldn't really outlaw totally, because they, wanted people to be somewhat happy occasionally, and they've left these traditions, but they made it into a Soviet holiday that happens over New Year. And the reason why it still remains the same today is because Russian Christmas is actually on the 7th of January. Now, although Russia is a multi-confessional country, and we have Muslims and Buddhists and what have you not, but predominantly the main religion is probably Christian Orthodox. This is why there's a different calendar, and that is why Christmas is when it is. So essentially, you could almost say that the Bolsheviks, or communists, or whatever you'd like to call them, actually succeeded in doing the one thing they probably didn't want to do. They decommercialized Christmas in Russia. Now, all the presents and all the commercial stuff happens in New Year, whereas actual Christmas remains for church-going. And speaking of commercialized, here's all the expensive shopping you can do. Look at those colors. Fancy schmancy, and the prices here match the fancy schmancy, I assure you. Very, very pricey. Don't buy anything here apart from the ice cream. And of course, then we have our little tree here, which is an old American tree from 1987, which is still alive and well. And, well, used most years. I think it's used. I don't think Mom used it while we were away. And here's a little bit of New Zealand for you there. And some old decor. That's actually from the States, from the 80s as well. That's something very Russian. That's from Holland. And here is a Killstar bat. I have a better picture of it later, but you can't really see them that well. You really need a white tree for those toys. Yeah, and lots of different lights, and the presents are all set for the boys, because we're gonna have basically Christmas and New Year for presents. Orthodox Christmas won't have any presents, just maybe we'll try and roast a goose or something, I don't know what you do here. And yeah, and here is the Killstar bat in all its glory, where you can actually see it. And some pictures of the first snow. How cute is that little snowflake? And this was how it started. It wasn't very extreme at first. It was kind of snowy, and then we were sort of happy, going, oh my god, it's so great, look at the first snow, blah blah blah. And this is all before it really kicked in. So this is like, you know, fairly mild. But then we literally had, this is still the first snow, I think. It's all looking sort of decent. And me walking around in it, and I'm super happy and all that. And that's a little playground around our yard. And yeah, I just love it. That's one of the boys running around, very happy. Yeah, they love it. They love digging in it. So yeah, he's absolutely excited. And then it really started snowing. Then we basically had, I think, a record snowfall that actually broke the record from like 1941. It was like an icy, snowy apocalypse here. It's still actually a very low level of snow. I have more pictures later. It gets really insane. It all looks absolutely stunning though. Like people made these. This is like a human-sized freaking snowman, and this is actually bigger than a human. I think that ball. And it's so pretty, like look at it, it's just absolutely gorgeous, and with the lights and everything, and the benches, and it looks like a postcard really. And this is like the walk I do sometimes when I take the younger son to kindy, and look how pretty it is. But of course, cars and people can barely cope, and look at this playground, I mean, wow. especially for those of you who like snow. Look how much snow there is. It's just crazy. Well, it's much better than it not snowing here in winter. Because when I went to drop off my son to Kinsey just now, it's like walking through a fairy tale as opposed to having grey slush. So this is much more preferable, although it is kind of cold, but it's still better than a wet kind of cold. The dry, beautiful, look at all the snow and icicles there. Beautiful, dry, kind of cold. Really incredible looking. The local fancy supermarket, you can see so many rabbits. It's because Chinese year is also very big in Russia, so all the animals of the Chinese years. So this year it's the rabbit, so everything is about the rabbit, everything. And we do this pretty much every year. Every year is some animal and you see it everywhere. And here is the city of Moscow towering over one of the most beautiful buildings in the world, but you know, what can you do? Modern city now. Here's the local big tree. There's probably a gazillion of them really. And they've actually built an imitation Kremlin next to the Kievsky railway station there, which I frequent because I live nearby. And yeah, look at that. That is pretty fancy. And it's still snowing. It's been snowing for like 2 or 3 days now. And this is the cleaned part. Look at that. Like that's how much snow there is. Hello. So I have a coffee and we're at the Goth Christmas market. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of what's up there and yeah, enjoy. Laters. Some cute stuff here, very cute stuff. You can see there's some baubles and then there's some little bats and some candles and some soaps and some stuff you eat, some stuff you don't mix it all up. Leather stuff, really beautiful, really good quality, and some stickers. And we have lots of jewelry And more jewelry. I think I got something from these guys last time. I got the elven ears. And this is tea. Man, I love tea. I didn't get any tea this time, but I definitely will next time, because I just have so much tea already. It's a big Russian thing, actually. And then this is really cute. I got biscuits from here, which I will show you a close-up of later. This is, I think, the witchy sort of candle kind of shop. Really, really cute stuff. And then you have more jewelry. Obviously, there's a sale on. I don't think I got anything from here, but that looks like alchemy almost, so good. And a lot of very steampunky stuff as well. Really, really cool. This place was quite unique. These are like handmade dragon toys. Very, very interesting. I might get one next for the boys or something, if they behave, of course. Lots of mushroomy things, which I love. And look at these notebooks. They're to die for. I have enough notebooks at the moment, but these guys keep popping up, so I'll definitely get something from them. Love the dragon one, and obviously love the witchy one. And they also had, I think, some prints. Yeah, some badges. Yeah, here are the prints and little cards. Some of them are quite funny as well. Some are in English as well, actually. But I don't think I focus on any of them here. And yeah, these are very cool. These are soaps. Again, not in the market for soaps at the moment, but I love the moon ones. And some fluffy ears if you ever decide to swing that way, I suppose. And look at these. These are almost as good as like Harry Potter kind of books that live under your bed and look at you. They might need like, I don't know, masks for sleep or something. And this is adorable. Well, probably not the right word for it, but it's gorgeous. This is Dark Hole. I love it. I got a few things from it. I will show you later. But this is just next level beautiful. And they have little boxes and sort of ring keepers and things like that. And look at their jewelry. It's just, it's so original. Those are actual decorations, those black ones. And yeah, very, very unique style. I absolutely love it. Beautiful. And here's some secondhand stuff. So there's a bunch of corsets and lots of different clothes. Some of it actually repeats, so people don't necessarily buy it. I wanted to actually have a look at that corset, but of course people just keep trying them on whenever I feel like it. And we got some of the candy from Bad Cat, where there was different little wax melts as well. And this was just part of the decor in the space, which is not actually a goth space, which was quite impressive. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And look at this. How does this not scream super goth? Like, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. Looks so atmospheric and cool. And there was a drinks menu right next to it. So it actually had all the alcohol listed, and then there was like a second menu which had question marks instead, so that's why he just changed it there. It's like, whoops, sorry. I don't think they had a license for this event. So Dark Hole is this, again, little artisan brand, and they make like amazing jewelry and beautiful things to put jewelry in and stuff like that. So what caught my eye today was this little, let me show you properly, I'll just put it down here and you can see it. It's like a little brooch thing, and it has like little charms. So it has a little skull, a little book, a little cross, and I don't know what that is. I can't really see from here. It is a it's kind of like a flower or a pumpkin or something like that, or maybe it's garlic. I don't know, it looks like garlic. So it's absolutely tiny and very pretty, and you can like wear it on your clothes or possibly on a bag. It's really tiny and pretty. And then I got this little thing here. So what I liked about this is that firstly it's like kind of like a mirror, so you can sort of see my reflection in it, but also, check this out, it's like a pendant or a brooch in one. So you can choose how you wear it, or even if you wear it as a pendant and you want it to sort of not slide around on your clothes or whatever, if you're wearing it over a top or a dress or something, you can actually pin it. I mean, how incredible. And you can put it on a bag again as well, so it's very, very versatile and quite unique. I can't say I've seen anything like it. It's not exactly a mirror, so you can see it's not a mirror, but it does sort of give off a reflection. I thought it was really cool and original. And it all came in this stunning little bag with cats and bats, and they threw in this tiny, tiny, pretty bat you can actually put on a tree or something like that. So that was very, very cool. So yeah, that's my loot for today, apart from the biscuits and candy.